King Charles III of the United Kingdom attends a pre-Hanukkah reception in North London. Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako of Japan visit a museum and library in Tokyo. And Crown Princess Victoria and Prince Daniel of Sweden receive Christmas trees in Stockholm. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra, and this is your Royal Daily News for December 16th, 2022. In North London, His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom attended the annual pre-Hanukkah reception this morning with Holocaust survivors at the JW3. Established in 2013 by Dame Vivian Duffeld, DBE, the JW3 is a vibrant cross-communal hub for Jewish arts, culture, social action, learning, family programming, and much more. Per Buckingham Palace. During the visit, His Majesty the King learned about the center's work by hearing from young people taking part in the programs offered by JW3 and met volunteers who dedicate their time to delivering activities on site. On arrival at JW3, His Majesty the King met students from a local school as they wrapped gifts to be donated by JW3 volunteers within the surrounding communities for both Hanukkah and Christmas. The King also met with students taking part in a hair and beauty therapy class as part of the center's Gateway program, a unique education and vocational scheme that supports vulnerable young people at risk. In the JW3 kitchen, His Majesty the King met volunteers who were preparing and packaging meals to be distributed through the center's food bank program. In 2020, JW3 opened a food bank for people across Camden and has delivered the equivalent of 275,000 meals to date. Currently, JW3 provides approximately 200 bags of essentials a week and over 2,200 meals for local residents. This quantity is increased around special times of the year, such as Hanukkah and Christmas, to ensure that no families go without food. The King then joined a pre-Hanukkah reception that was hosted on site for Holocaust survivors, which is held at the JW3 every year in the run-up to Hanukkah. Following this, His Majesty the King unveiled a commemorative plaque on departure before visiting another of the center's special action partnerships, the Bike Project, which collects donations of secondhand bikes before refurbishing and donating them to refugees and asylum seekers around London to enable easy and affordable travel around the city. End quote. In Madrid, Her Majesty Queen Letizia of Spain, in her capacity as honorary president, presided over a meeting with the board of trustees from the Fundación FAD Juventud held at the Endensa headquarters. During the meeting, the 2023 action plan was presented for the next financial year, which reaffirms its commitment to improving the well-being and quality life of young people. According to a press release, the action plan includes a strategy for, quote, attracting members that will be developed throughout the year, in which this reality will be made visible and support will be sought so that the foundation can generate a greater social impact and opportunities for youth. The strategy will not only be developed through alliances and projects with companies, non-governmental organizations, and the public sector, but also by involving the whole of society in its activity. The Fundación FAD Juventud analyzes, acts, and influences those aspects that affect the development of youth by placing a specific focus on their health and well-being, employment, education, and digital citizenship, and gender as well as values. End quote. Meanwhile, Her Highness Hereditary Princess Cleo of Oettingen-Spielberg attended the Yves Saint Laurent Beauté Christmas party organized by Vogue España in Madrid. In Tokyo, Their Imperial Majesties Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako of Japan visited the Senkado Bunko Museum to view various exhibitions, including the famous Chinese tea bowl Yohen Tenmoku. Upon their arrival at the museum, Their Imperial Majesties were warmly welcomed by the museum director and other representatives. Thereafter, the Emperor and Empress viewed the famous Yohen Tenmoku, a 12th century Chinese bowl that is considered to be a Japanese national treasure, according to Kyodo News. When viewing the bowl, the Emperor remarked, quote, "It is beautiful. The dark colors come out so well." End quote. Thereafter, the Emperor and Empress visited the Seikado Bunko Library. This year, the library is celebrating its 130th anniversary. Meanwhile, His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg attended the 25th academic session of the Army Elite Sports Section, AESS, in Diekirch. Established in 1997, the purpose of the AESS is to, quote, provide high-level athletes and Army volunteers the opportunity to pursue two careers simultaneously, end quote. On Thursday, His Majesty King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands, accompanied by the Minister of Agriculture, Nature and Food Quality, visited the Stellendam Inner Harbor and Fish Auction House. According to RVD, the fishing industry in the Netherlands has been under pressure in recent years. The space for fishing is shrinking due to Brexit, rising fuel costs, and an increase in wind farms, as well as protected marine waters off the coast of the Netherlands. During his visit, His Majesty the King and the Minister met with a number of fishermen about how they deal with uncertainties and opportunities, the current situation in the fishing industry, and preparations for the future. Thereafter, His Majesty the King was given a tour of the new sustainable ship that was built for razor clam fishing. In order to achieve energy savings and the emission reduction, the new ship is equipped with electric propulsion, after treatment of exhaust gases, and an airlift system. In the afternoon, His Majesty and the Minister were given a tour of the Fisheries Innovation Center located inside the Fish Auction House. The day ended with a roundtable discussion about the future of fishing with scientists, young fishermen, and other representatives of the fishing industry sector. In Stockholm, Their Royal Highnesses Crown Princess Victoria and Prince Daniel of Sweden attended the presentation of Christmas trees to the royal family from students from the Forestry Students' Union at Umeå University at the Royal Palace. Meanwhile, His Royal Highness Prince Carl Philip of Sweden presided over the presentation of medals for Swedish soldiers who recently served in various United Nations peacekeeping missions in Mali, held at the Royal Tennis Hall in Stockholm. Yesterday afternoon, His Royal Highness Prince Carl Philip of Sweden presided over the presentation of scholarships from the Prince Bertil and Princess Lilian Sports Foundation, held at the Royal Palace. Prince Bertil and Princess Lilian Sports Foundation aims to promote Swedish sports through scholarships for leaders and instructors to help them further their education. On Wednesday, His Royal Highness Prince Daniel of Sweden, accompanied by representatives from the Prince Daniel Fellowship, participated in a panel discussion with high school students in Nyköping. During the panel discussion, Prince Daniel and the two representatives spoke about entrepreneurship. After the meeting, Prince Daniel attended a luncheon hosted by Governor Beatrice Ask at her residence. The day ended with a visit to the electronic boat manufacturer, X-Shore. In Monte-Carlo, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco attended a reception at the Monaco Nautical Center to honor the Monegasque professional cyclist Mr. Victor Langolotti. On August 13th, Mr. Langolotti won the 8th stage of the Tour of Portugal race. During the reception, Mr. Langolotti presented his, quote, best cyclist climber jersey, end quote, to the Sovereign Prince. On Thursday evening, the Sovereign Prince attended a ceremony and reception at the Yacht Club de Monaco to witness the ambassador and the permanent delegate of the Principality of Monaco to UNESCO, Her Excellency Anne-Marie Bois-Bouvier, receive the Medal of the Knight of the National Order of the Legion of Honor from the Ambassador of France to Monaco, His Excellency Laurent Stefanini. And finally, on Wednesday in Bangkok, Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha of Thailand lost consciousness and collapsed in the Pak Chong district while running and training with her dogs for the upcoming Royal Thailand Army's Working Dog Championships. The 44-year-old princess, affectionately known as Princess Baha, was immediately rushed to the Pak Chong Nana Hospital before being flown by military helicopter with a royal medical team to Bangkok once her condition had, quote, stabilized to a certain extent, end quote. In a press release, the Thai Royal Court noted that the princess is receiving treatment at the King Chulalongkorn Memorial Hospital, KCMH, in Bangkok. One of the treatments includes a balloon angioplasty procedure, and today, quote, her heart is doing well. The princess also had another successful operation last night. Furthermore, the medical teams at the KCMH are using extracorporeal membrane oxygenation, ECMO, also known as extracorporeal life support, a technique of providing prolonged cardiac and respiratory support to persons whose heart and lungs are unable to provide an adequate amount of gas exchange or perfusion to sustain life, end quote. Princess Baha is one of King Rama X's 3 children who have formal titles, making her eligible to inherit the throne under the 1924 Palace Law of Succession. As of today, His Majesty the King has not yet named an heir to the Thai throne. The princess was born on December 7, 1978 at Duset Palace to a then Crown Prince Vajiralongkorn and his first wife, Princess Somsawati. After studying law at Bangkok's Tham Sat University, the princess went on to complete her postgraduate law studies at Cornell University in upstate New York. The princess has also spent most of her career with the Office of the Attorney General in Thailand and has worked extensively on guidelines and programs to help female prisoners. The princess was also the United Nations Women's National Ambassador and was Thailand's ambassador to Austria from 2012 to 2014. Last year, the princess was appointed Chief of Staff of the Royal Security Command with the rank of General. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow on Saturday, December 17th with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful Friday evening and a great weekend. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, take care, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.